guys, what's up? It's Zach here, and in today's video, it's gonna be another story time. I'm really sorry I have to bring you guys one of these, and I really wish I could upload more, but I'm gonna have to use these story times until the summer when I actually have time to make good quality videos. But anyways, today's story time is gonna be how I got arrested, and yeah, this should be pretty interesting. I hope you guys enjoy the story time, and let's get right into it. So it's a normal Saturday for me, I'm waking up, I'm eating breakfast and all that. And my dad had a lot of basketball games he had to attend this day. And so he left, and so he wasn't going to be back until around, I'd say, 8 o'clock p.m. was when he was going to, come back. But my mom was home. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go for a walk. Because today I hadn't really had a really good day. And, I just really needed to, like, clear my head. Because I get anxiety a lot, and when I get anxiety, I like to go for walks, and because it just kind of helps calm me down. And so I go for a walk, and I'd say at this time it's probably around 6 p.m. Because I had a friend over earlier, and we just kind of goofed off, and I ended up having to leave because he had some family matter he had to attend. But I'm going for this walk, and I'm just kind of sitting, because our road got closed, so I'm just sitting there, taking a walk, looking at the scenery. And all of a sudden, the road just goes completely dead. And I'm talking, there's a cross section, and the whole road goes completely dead. So I don't know what's going on. I just think, what, all these cars, they're just gone. So, I just sit there, and I'm still admiring the scenery, and then I just see this big light on the side of this car, and I'm like, huh, that's kind of weird. And I notice it's a cop car, and I'm like, uh-oh, please don't turn onto the road I'm on. And he does, and I'm like, well, this is not good. And he pulls over, he turns the sirens on. He turns the lights for his sirens on. He doesn't actually turn his siren on because he probably didn't think I was that big of a threat. Now, whenever I go for walks, I always carry a pocket knife on me, and that is in case I ever, run into any trouble. I don't know, if it's, necessarily a smart thing to do, but, I'd rather be safe than sorry. But just so happened, I'm going for a walk, and I get in trouble with a police officer and have a pocket knife in my pocket. So he pulls me over and he asks me, what I'm doing out. And, I say, I'm just going for a walk, because I have anxiety and all that. And, this really just helps me clear my head. And he thought I wasn't telling the whole truth. He's like, well, like, what are your parents doing? We got to call us while we came out here. And I'm like, well, officer, I'm seriously out here because I wanted to go for a walk. It just really helps me clear my head. He's like, did you have an argument with your parents or something? I'm like, no. And usually, he asks some normal questions like, are you out here because, you're suicidal? Like, do you have suicidal thoughts? I'm like, no, officer, I don't. He's like, all right, well, it's kind of late at night, and, you know, I don't know where your parents are, so I'm gonna ask you where your parents are. So he asked me where my parents are, I say, oh, well, my dad's at this basketball game. I don't really know where my mom is. Because at the time, my mom wasn't home, so I was basically just walking home alone. And this is a pretty stupid thing to do. I wouldn't suggest doing this because bad things can happen, and also you never want to leave your house without someone in it because it just makes it easier to break in. But you know, he's like, all right, well, can you get in a police car? So I'm like, yeah, I can. And I'm like, well, before I get in there, I have a pocket knife on me. And he's like, can I see it? And I'm like, yeah. And I go to reach in to give it to him. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, because he's like, no, don't do that. I didn't know because like this is my first encounter with like an actual police officer for me. I guess being in trouble because I went for a walk, which kind of was like annoying because I'm just going for a walk. I'm not doing anything wrong. But he pulls me over. He's like, all right, and he searches me. And this is the weirdest part because I've never thought in my entire life of being a 14-year-old I was gonna get searched by a police officer for going for a walk. But that ended up being what happened, and I'm like, all right, well, this is really happening. So I let him search me. He gets a pocket knife and he puts me in the back of his car. And we sit there. He asked me where my dad is, so I tell him he's at the middle school. So we drive down to the middle school, and he's like, all right, well, just wait here. I'm gonna go in and get your dad, and I'm gonna tell you when he can come back out. So he goes in and gets my dad, and he tells me to get out of the car. And his sister basically tells him, well, we got, a call that your son was out, walking around during the dark, and, this, person that called me was pretty worried about him. And my dad was like, okay, you know, because it was kind of stupid that, you know, I basically got detained for going for a walk. And, but I mean, that ended up being what happened. I got detained for going for a walk, and I got pretty upset about it. And my dad's like, yeah, I know, he usually does go for walks. You know, he has anxiety and all that. And, you know, this officer's like, all right, well, I just wanted to, you know, bring him here because, you know, I don't know what he's doing out there and I don't want him getting hurt. And honestly, I'm not like super mad at this officer. I know he's just doing his job, but like at the same time, I'm just going for a walk. Like, I mean, there's not a curfew where I live. There's no curfew where I live, and this road is completely dead because it was closed, so there weren't any cars coming down here. And you know, so I was just like, today's a good day for a walk, so I went, and I ended up getting, I guess, I don't know if you would call arrested, but I definitely got detained. It was pretty annoying. I ended up being grounded for around like 2 weeks for this, which I thought was incredibly stupid because in my head, I was like, no, I didn't do nothing wrong. You know, I just went for a walk and this cop just kind of pulled me over. It's kind of bull crap. But, you know, at the end of the day, I guess things happen and, you know, you get arrested by police for going for walks. So, you know, next time you're out there, always be careful and always, you know, wear safety equipment. And what I mean by that is make sure you're wearing bright clothing and don't go out in dark clothing because then it's harder for people to see you, especially when it's dark out like I did. So always be safe when you go for walks. The pocket knife thing's up to you. I don't even know why I'm saying this, but I kind of thought it was stupid that I brought a pocket knife, especially when you run into the police. Because then it's just like, well, now they think, you know, I'm going to, you know, go do something bad when I really wasn't. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked, please be sure to comment and like. It helps me know if I should keep doing these videos and if I should just keep doing them at all. Leave your criticisms in the comments below. And yeah, have a good day. Peace, guys.